4 they
Hillsborough
have.
County Sheriff's Office in Tampa, Florida.
You alright? You look stressed.
Also
Oh, we had some
works,
difficult games, but... Okay,
adult missing persons.
can you please
In the
remind
case
me
of Don Lewis, the call came in as a
change my
typical
build
missing
after this
adult.
match? Because this is not the build I
Initially,
want
on
to run.
a missing person investigation, you just think,
Sorry,
well,
I
things are going to
figured
work
if
out.
that
Maybe
was
this guy just went
luck, it
somewhere
could
and didn't
work.
touch base.
I thought it would be worth the...
However, I would
the
say within
possibility.
the first week or two, the detectives were starting to
This
look
isn't
at the
great, though.
possibility that we
Like, I
had
don't even see no scratch marks.
foul play
basically.
or something
She'll
that
bring
was
me to school.
unexplainable at that point in
Wait.
time.
It pays to have buckets withdrawn.
I cannot fucking
so
stand
they
this map.
can't get
Holy
out.
shit.
If we've
I'm
got
leaving
4
Korea, I'm not
kids,
chasing
we're
in school.
gonna feed.
I met Don in January
That
of
first hit was pretty
1981. So I was 21
I'm sure
I met
we'll get
him.
another one quick.
And he was how old?
He was 22 years my senior, so he
This guy
was
doesn't budge.
42.
What the fuck?
She gets jealous.
You have to understand that Don Lewis was married with kids, but apparently he was
Fine.
coming down,
Fine,
I think it was
fine.
Nebraska. And
That
late
was
one
just
night
really
he
fucking
seen
good of
this
him.
young
Oh,
girl
good.
walking down the
Oh,
street
is it?
crying.
He
And
just had a
Don
really
Lewis
bad angle
stopped
to
see
hit
if he
him
could help
because the pallet
her.
covered him.
I
Hold on.
had been in a fight with my
Can't
first
even be fucking
husband.
mad.
I actually had to throw
thank you,
a
Knight.
potato across the kitchen and into the dining room at him in order to get out the door. I deal with stress, I think, the same way cats do. I just pace and pace and pace and pace.
At least we have an idea of what
And
everybody's doing.
I remember Don pulls around and he asked me if I would get in the car, and I told him no. Pulls around again. I think it was on the 3rd time he pulled around, and he had a gun sitting on the front seat of his car.
I'm sorry, dude, what?
And he said, "You can hold this gun on me. I just need somebody to talk to." So I picked up
This
the
is a
gun,
good shot.
held it on him. We drove around town, and he talked. And I ended up spending the night with him.
That was a good...
Don Lewis deserted
How are you
basically
so
his
fucking
wife and kids because he was in
Oh my
love with the younger
fucking God,
blonde
dude!
woman
I swear to
known
God!
as Carol.
He told me that
What
he
is
had
the
met
point
her.
of this game, man?
Was
Oh my
speechless.
fucking
I
God.
adored him.
What the fuck,
I
dude?
told him that I
Overcome?
love him till the day I died.
Maybe.
But
Shit, maybe.
it was over.
That didn't look like a MFT.
He used to
Dude,
call her
I'm losing
Angel.
the plot. I'm literally
And I
losing the fucking
said,
plot of this game right now.
Well,
That
she's
is
an angel
absolutely
sent straight
so
from
fucking
hell, and
fucked
one
right
day
now.
you'll find out.
That was not even a bad idea, but he's good. He's really good, this Bill. Oh, just, Jesus, let's get going. They've set up all the turrets already, so
At first,
my
it
life.
seemed like they were
come out of here. Use a
really gonna
different
make
angle.
it. I liked Carol. I mean, I really did like her.
Genuinely fucking speechless.
Don was not an easy
There's
man.
fucking no one here.
Don was
Spoilers.
a millionaire. He was a multi-millionaire.
Oh, dear
Okay,
Christ.
and he didn't like her spending his money.
Oh,
She was very
fuck.
ambitious. She wanted to go somewhere and be
danger,
somebody,
Tommy
and
Tyson it?
she didn't want to stay walking down the street in the
It
middle
is,
of the
actually.
night.
I've
just
got
can't
her
tell
diary.
if she's still here.
I've got it all.
Good evening, world. Welcome to Saga 6 of the Carol story. Okay, well, tonight, we just happened to have gotten in the mail today Carol's
That's
diary.
really depressing.
He
Oh,
said he
shit.
wanted to be
If I have to
loved
defend
for
the
man he
gens in the
was
buildings, this is
inside,
gonna be
and
fucking
that women
hopeless.
knew how rich he
So
was.
I generally
he
don't
would
know what
never
to do.
know
I want to
if
stick.
they loved him
I want to
for
stick to
him
one
or his
person,
money.
but it's not
Don
been easy,
started
man.
out with nothing.
I'm so
Could
fucking
not have
high.
looked at Don and even had an inkling that he had amassed
I
the
could
wealth
watch this.
that he
I
had.
think I should have been too mean. Oh gosh.
You never saw Don dressed up.
Oh
He had
gosh,
his
what's the
blue
word on the
jeans
right?
and his
Oh,
t-shirt.
pop. We hit a gen really hard if we
But he
hook
carried
someone.
a $500 bill around in his pocket.
That was actually
Yes,
super good,
because
but
he
you can't
could.
do everything.
We said he had a green thumb for
First down,
money because
not good.
anything he touched practically, he
Oh my
made
god, I
money
don't have a
on.
hook here. I have to go the other way.
I worked for
I
Don
think it's
Lewis
because
for
basement.
10, 15 years, but knew him
Is
much
that no
longer.
ability?
than
Oh, it's
that.
fine, Chad. It's just this map is
And
just,
you'd have to know Don
you know,
to
pre-run,
his property.
building.
He
You know what I
liked to
mean?
hide his stuff. Like he would
It's like-
hide money, bury money. You know, hide gold bars, bury the gold bars. Don Lewis
fucking
didn't
sorry,
want
what?
people knowing what he had and what he was worth. But I'm gonna say Don
Were there
Lewis
two
was
fucking
probably
turrets built on top of each other? Or something?
20 million?
What?
Maybe a little more?
I think it was closer to $7 to
genuinely cannot
$7.5
understand.
million is what he was worth.
I don't think anybody really knew that, but I know at least 5 million, if not 10 million.
I knew him as his lawyer. I knew what he was doing. I knew a lot of what he was doing.
Don had money when he met Carol. Carol pretty much had nothing. He had something she didn't. Will you have been fine?
This is the girl. The one guy that's in the jail.
My parents were very plain folk who usually lived in mobile homes.
This guy's solid. I don't expect him to make a mistake like that. Oh my god!
I never really
Why would you fucking drop it, man? You're just doing so. Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'll see you dead.
I'm done. I don't think it's not my I'm so sorry, man. I'm gonna pray with this poor survivors and be upset about nothing. That's so good, actually. I didn't realize how effective it is to crouch.
My
I need to
family,
actually
they were fundamental
be mindful.
Christians.
It's like a new possibility. It's not just living left
involved
and
in
right.
something like that. She must have
Alright, chat.
I left home at the age of 15. I got married
she's smart.
to Michael when I was
She's
17.
good.
He was Jamie's father, and he was extremely abusive. But the idea of leaving and having to raise a child on my own was terrifying. I was 20 when I met Dawn, and 24 before I left my husband.
Is the build cheating? No, probably not, chat. Just
Dawn
I think
had a fascination
or
with
overcome.
animals.
Yeah, no, that.
So we were great.
After that first hit, he was so
more of
fucking
an
fast.
animal collector.
Like, oh my god.
He definitely.
Normally,
loves
this
the
killer
idea
is
of
actually
having
really good at catching
different
the
kinds of animals.
He gets along with the rest of the cats real good out here, though. He just don't like people.
I don't know how
They started out by going to the exotic animal auction.
We started in 1992 with the purchase of a bobcat who was going to be killed by taxidermists at an auction. The following year, we bought 56 bobcats and lynx from a fur farm. The next year, 28 bobcats and lynx. The following year, 22 more bobcats and lynx. And by the time we did that, there were no more fur farms in the U.S. that were killing bobcats and lynx.
Was it NFT?
It's called Wildlife on Easy Street.
Did the turret just save you from swinging into a death heart?
Sanctuary.
That's what I thought as well, chat, for a second.
The cats.
But no, because
When
this
they
survivor hasn't been
started
hooked
Wildlife
before, so
on
he cannot have death heart.
They bought, sold, bred big cats for years.
Now, I would like to remind you, Carol, that you are the one who spent $94,000 to buy animals to fill your so-called sanctuary. You still have them there at your facility. You're still tagging these rescues. You're still fraud the public.
I believe that I sold Don and Carol Lewis their very first tiger in 1995. They flew their private plane up to Shelbyville, and that's how I met them. And they seem to be good people. Showed Scrappy was his name. He was an excellent little tiger.
Times. You're doing a double kill?
This is the VHS that she made back in the day. The last time I probably seen it was 1996.
See how punishing this killer is?
I'm sure.
Mind you, there's flashlights behind me and
Our names
to my
are
left.
Don and Carol Lewis. We really enjoyed our exotics. Throughout
See it builds in the shed. If it seems done, we can pop it.
Acclimating the social life with people.
She had called me up and asked about raising baby animals, said she was going to do a how-to video.
They have to be taken into from the mother in order to make good quality
Go for Nancy, our beloved.
A lot of people don't believe that it's right to raise
There was a bit of a thing we had to take there. Made sense that she would go right.
You know, back in the early 90s, she bred
that girl had belly?
And it's so funny because the very people who were against breeding used to do the same thing.
I think you'll see throughout this case that they are very happy. There's so much love.
Okay, now we're going to jump around because I'm sure you don't want to hear about all the cats they bought, all the kittens they bred, how many died because they didn't have any clue what the hell they were doing.
I think that Carol did start feeling bad about selling the animals and maybe breeding them and crossbreeding them.
Carol wanted the animals just to collect and
Don and I had differing feelings about conservation and breeding. He loved pups. He loved breeding cats. He would go down to Costa Rica once a month, and every time he was in Costa Rica, I'd have to vet out here, and I would neuter and spay as many cats as fast as I could.
We handle the rest, or we don't kill anyone.
The attraction for Don in Costa Rica was the lack of regulations. You know, if they can have the cats down there, he would have been free to breed them.
Was that consistent in what Carol
It took a long time to kill her.
Apparently not.
Jesus Christ,
they were arguing about it. She didn't want to take the cats.
The game is made for us today.
That is when we learned that they weren't getting along real
You ever
good.
hear the flashbang? Chad, I didn't even need to.
He also had
ran into it and he
in
had it in
Costa
his
Rica.
hands, so yeah, I did hear it.
So I think one of the main problems was she couldn't even
I blame the build? Yeah, no, this build isn't ideal. That being said,
I
like,
think she thinks she would be the one to change him.
like they sent me to Ormond, bad map for me, I also go to Ormond. They sent me to this map a minute ago.
She would be all
and then when they don't send me, I still go to it. Like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? We're playing one fucking match on record show today. And I feel like that's been the one break we've had. It's been difficult against you.
He liked ladies, I'm sure.
I would say there's 2 or 3 different ones.
Oh, hi, Era.
Dawn was
don't
17
vacation.
and I was 14. My mom had to sign the papers, and so did his mother. Life was good. The only thing that went wrong was when someone would call me and say, I seen Don and so-and-so. That was a problem with him because he did have a roaming eye. There's names, you know, sexaholic.
Change build reminder. Chad, I would, but I think I will. Before I go.
What is my sick need that I'm trying to fill with this venomous man?
I swear I've gone against the same fucking builds today. Every single fucking match. It is
He's all I've never known.
Infuriating.
He's the only man I've ever loved. I hope Jamie never finds himself in such a sick and perverted relationship.
That is an insane fucking value from fucking made for this.
At the end, I know that there was talk of divorce.
Holy shit.
I think he was preparing his estate and assets
I just see the value
in a way that
map,
he could get a divorce without
Jeremy,
losing
I
it.
feel like in this map it kind of...
And I think he thought she was there solely for the purpose of getting his money.
Oh, dear.
And that was what he was trying
like
to
the system
protect.
that prevents map repeats isn't functioning properly. Chat, it doesn't function properly if they use map
gotten a
buffering.
divorce
So earlier
with Carol,
on Sadako, I went to
the way
Ormond,
Don would have worked,
and then the next match
she would
they
have
use
been
map
left
buffering.
with really
it doesn't work.
nothing.
Also, it doesn't work if
She
there
would
is
have
a
lost the
special map
cats.
that's
She
higher
would have lost
in
everything
rotation. So you can go to
down
Hawkins
to
twice
the house
in a
and
row.
a car.
For example,
Would
if
have
it's higher in
been a
rotation.
devastating blow.
You had some banger games? Thanks. There was at least one that I'm really proud of. That was
I
really
listened
exciting.
while he told me that all of his money is his and that everything he earned by himself
You know, like, I feel like, oh, I know
by himself.
what's the
I wish
flavor. I
there
don't know
was
what's
some
the
way out.
flavor we go with on this game.
I'd say she found a way out.
We won't do it today though. Fuck today. Holy shit, this man is awful. We lost every single skill we tried. I don't feel like we made much progress at all. The stream ending? Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Don started with a little bit fun, and then one day he came in and he brought me his paper.
I also
It was in
feel
an
like
envelope,
Corrupt stepped
and
on
he
it,
said,
and I think
here,
like
you need to
Corrupt,
take this
but
home, you
who
need
knows,
to
maybe
keep
not.
it. If anything happens to me, give it to the police. He'd given me a copy of the restraining order that he had filed for.
So I was just still gonna run regularly with that fight.
This is the second time Carol
And if they
has
do,
gotten angry enough to threaten to kill me. Carol and I got into a big
Apologize
fuss
for
and
ending
she
stream.
ordered
Oh, I
me
mean,
out
it's
of
my
the
normal
house
ending time.
or she would kill
I
me.
just wish it was on a
She
video
has
note.
a .45 revolver and she took my .357 and hid it. Daddy never really involved the law in anything.
I felt like the
it was just something that he
hexes
resisted.
worked okay.
For him to
Yeah, it was okay,
down
Fatty.
there
Just map.
and write
There wasn't that
that
many
out
players.
and present it before a judge was major in my eyes. That is not something he would do unless he was at his wit's end with how to keep himself. But he was denied protection.
It doesn't show stalking, it doesn't show battery, it doesn't show anything.
Risky
It
for a
shows
street,
the
yeah.
large-
I'm not sure we can go back
That's
to
not
it.
enough to get
What time is it in Spain? 1 a.m.
So that's why you think it was denied.
That's why I know it was denied.
But obviously,
That was dead or alive. What raises my eyebrows is
Dark
shit to
devotion?
to kill.
No,
That's
too
not
gimmicky and easy to call
Nope.
out for people that
Free speech.
know
It's
what
free
they're doing.
speech. We don't restrain free speech in this
Hi,
country.
Crazy
We
Mac.
appreciate
Probably a
after
bit
it's done.
too much. If they
I'm
stun
sure
you,
in
they'll
the
take
judge's
damage and they
eyes
won't
it
blow
was
up the pallet. I
hearsay,
think they kind of step on each
but
other.
that happened in June,
I use
and he
barbecue
disappeared
pop
in
paint
August.
corrupt for my Xeno 50 wins. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. It's so fucking standard, but yeah, I think I'll steal it. I'm a bit afraid of barbecue.
Without a trace,
Just because so many off the record, so many dissolutions, we have so many to it. A little bit of both.
His wife, Carol Lewis, says he was planning to transport cars to Costa Rica.
At least the people that are doing gens typically don't have off the record.
Ready because he was leaving early in the morning from Miami.
This is a solid bill. We'll take it when we resume this, maybe next stream.
The last thing he said to me was that he needed me to have Kenny get a truck ready because he was going early,
some others, such as Usain Bolt, Dermo,
the next day to Costa Rica.
Man of Stock, sorry, that's
And
even
that was
funnier.
the last I saw.
Ruthie, I saw that, by the way.
I
Thank you for the
just
21.
don't know.
No,
definitely not.
We
Definitely
was
not.
building this cage, and
when you talk
Don
to Chad every
started
day,
to
you
tell
know
me
these things
something.
make you
He
guys
said,
laugh. So
Kenny,
you
if
get a
I
knack
can
for just
pull
saying
this
dumb shit,
off, it
which
will
I'm
be the
very happy to
slickest
do if
thing
it
I
makes you
ever
guys
did in my life.
Have a laugh. Bye, monkey.
And I
Diesel
know
and
that
BFMO,
there
thank you
was
so much
more
for
to
the
follow.
help. Bye-bye.
Like he didn't finish what he was saying.
See ya.
And he left with a phone call, and he left out. I never got to see him again after that. That was the last thing that Don Lewis ever said to me, was if I can pull this off, it will be the slickest thing I ever did in my life.
He was shipping some cars down to Costa Rica. Everything had to be done in Miami Monday morning. And I had to get all the titles to the cars and stuff ready. But I needed him to tell me something. I kept waiting for him to call me. He didn't call me. I started calling him. Didn't answer the phone. Didn't answer the phone.
This continued all through Saturday and all through Sunday. I got no answer.
I finally got a hold of Carol. She says, do you think I should call the police? And I said, do you think?
Jack John Lewis was last seen on August 18th. He was reported missing on the 19th by his wife at about 1:30 a.m. The detectives walked about 48. Apparently there was nothing there that suggested that they should pursue that area any further. There were aerial searches done. They found nothing. Then after 3 or 4 days, we found his van abandoned at an airport.
With the keys still in it, his briefcase in it, but no Don Lewis.
That didn't make sense. Like with what he said to me, if you was truly wanting to disappear and nobody know where you was at, if you leave your van where you got in a plane to take off, you wouldn't want nobody to know you was in the plane, because that's now a clue.
You think it was planned? I think someone else drove the van there. I don't know if they planted there.
I think the police did a horrible job with the investigation side. The cops never looked at the van when it was at the airport, and they let them bring that van back to DC Street. And it was there for a couple of days before the cops come to look at the van. They even looked in the van. A couple of days that van sat there.
They came and spoke with me because they found my fingerprints inside of his van. 4 days before he disappeared, he dropped his van off for me to do some work to it. But he tried to talk me into going to Costa Rica. He said, come on and go to Costa Rica.
Why did he want to go to Costa Rica so badly?
He liked it down there.
The long-term plan, according to the investigation, was that he would eventually move the Big Cat Rescue, or Wildlife on Easy Street as it was known then, down to the Costa Rica area. We actually sent myself and another detective and did multiple interviews down in